Okay, it's a little hot in here today. I have the fans on, so please excuse the humming noise behind me. What I'm looking at here is an affidavit conversion to motorhome. If you're in the state of Ohio, you can get this form. It's not a very big form. It's pretty simple. Just a few pieces of information and a signature, and you can use this to retitle a vehicle. I used this form. I went back to the DMV and I got a blank one just so I could kind of show people what this is in the state of Ohio. But for anybody looking to convert a van or truck or a box truck like I did, this would be what you need. Basic information, your name, address, the make, year, VIN, all that of the truck. And it has a few pieces of information here that are actually more important. Equipment necessary to qualify such motor vehicle to be titled and registered as a motorhome has to be permanently installed and attached to the motor vehicle as follows. So basically you got four things that say you've changed the vehicle enough that it can be legally retitled as a motorhome. Simply put, someplace to store cold food, a facility to cook hot food, a place to sit and eat food, which is a table with seating, and you need to have a place to sleep, which would be a bed. Again, all these have to be permanently installed and attached to the motor vehicle, but you can get away with this with not much cost. And my personal story is I basically filled this form out and I had everything in place. My propane system wasn't operational yet, although it was sort of set up. It really wasn't working because I didn't have the lines in, but I did have the refrigerator and I had the range top in place and I had a propane tank, but couldn't have turned it on right at that moment. I went into the motor vehicle place to do this, but truth is they didn't even inspect. I already own the vehicle. So my vehicle was inspected when I received the original title, but the original title was for truck. I did go back to the same location. I don't think it was the same clerk, but I went back to the same location to do the retitle as I did to receive my title for the purchase of the vehicle. It was checked then. They checked the VIN number on my vehicle to give me my title, but when they did the retitle, they did not check anything. Literally, I just signed it and they gave it the seal of records, and my copy with my signature that says I did all this is basically on record. So you can expect that, but pretty simple. The cost was $17, and just to kind of go into the cost of what retitling to motorhome does, obviously you can insure it as a motorhome and you can register it as a motorhome. I did have to buy new plates. I think that cost about $38. So I had to spend the $17 for the title itself, and I had to spend about $38 to get new plates. And once I had all that, I basically got a new registration, which cost about 25% of what the truck registration was costing yearly. So that's a cost that will always be less than a truck. So the motorhome cost is less. And then I'm also insuring it as a motorhome, which is roughly about a quarter as well. I think I was paying about $500 for 6 months under truck title, and then with a motorhome title I got some bonus extra stuff like windshield coverage and a few extra things, but it goes up to $600, but that's $600 for the year. So yeah, my insurance is about $50 a month now. Anyways, wish you luck with your projects, and hope this was informative.